I'm sure you guys can tell this is gonna be a crappy video because of the title and thumbnail. As you can see, and home, so I think that's still around, which is nice. But at the end of that video, I had done a little bit of a segment. Someone had asked me how many computers I had, so I was like, oh, I gotta count them all. Gotta go down to the storage unit to count them all. I also want to note that in that video where I had shown me in the storage unit counting the computers, as far as I can tell, there's nothing like identifiable to my firmware PS5. And as you can see, it's nothing now. That's gone, which Guess what I'm wearing? Is it the new Bringus t-shirt made from 100% high quality cotton blanks? Technically yes, but guess what I'm wearing? Is it the new Bringus t-shirt made from 100% high quality cotton blanks? Technically yes, but what I was referring to was my G-string. This ain't your typical dollars. Technically yes, but what I was referring to was my G-string. This ain't your typical dollar store Gildan or Hanes shirt with a YouTuber logo slapped on it. This is a high quality, soft, flattering, and comfortable 100% cotton t-shirt with a YouTuber's logo slapped on it. Available in the two most vibrant colors, black and white. Optionally available with a throwback sticker pack, in case you missed out on any old sticker designs. Available right now at the Etsy link in the description. Remember this. Oh, you don't remember this? Well, I guess that makes sense, because you didn't grow up in China in the 2000s. And those of you who do know what this is, what do you think you really know, do you? Alright, fine, I'll wait. Go ahead and recite an entire Did You Know Gaming video. I want to hear more about the IQ, come on, let's go! Oh, wait, you want me to do it? You want me to tell you about the IQ? Okay, fine. Well, this one's fake. You can do some crazy shit with the 3D printer nowadays. Look at this. 6 figures of industrial machinery versus a few bucks at AliExpress. So what this is a replica of is the Nintendo IQ player. It was a Nintendo 64 in a controller. It was only released in China for some reason. You would plug an AV cable right in there, connect it to your Chinese CRT TV, and then you could play Chinese Zelda and Chinese Mario. And Chinese, a bunch of other stuff. Why am I even telling you about it? Well, dear viewer, the IQ player has been reborn.
Hazardous radiation detected.
I have been patiently waiting for a long time for this. Allow me to introduce the Techno Pocket Go, a new game wonderland. Wow, the camera does not like this box. Okay, well, let's get the box out of here. I asked Techno, the maker of this thing, if they would give me this for free. In fact, I practically demanded it, held them at gunpoint. They had no choice. Supposedly, it is the smallest Windows PC handheld, and after today, that's only going to be partially true. Connect any phone with Type-C. I think they are referring to the AR glasses. Wait a second. AR glasses. Yeah. AR glasses. Oh my god. I really hope they double down on gauses and we see gauses written everywhere. God, that would be so funny. While personally, I am a big fan of gauses, Techno did want me to let you guys know that this packaging is not final. Gauses will be corrected for retail packaging. Boundless 6D immersion, vision track technology, 0 to 600 degree diaper adjustment. So Techno, I believe they make phones. I don't really know if they have much of a presence here in the US though. Alright, let's see, here's their website. Say I wanted a Cam-On. I'm really into that 30S Pro. Alright, Techno, close the deal. How do I get it? Oh, from fucking Temu. Okay. This seems like a very real phone that does not infringe on anyone in particular's copyright. Okay, actually, this appears to have been a real thing. I thought they just completely ripped off Transformers for some reason, but no, this is legit. Oh, the dream of the Gausses is dead. There it is, glasses. So I believe the whole idea with this thing is that these are kind of together. You are intended to use the AR glasses with the controller / computer. Can you see how this is coming back to the IQ now?
Me when I finally unbox my Gausses.
They are very tight. I do not think they were made for my giant American watermelon of a head. This is kind of weird. They just stacked up a bunch of like little foam pads or something? I wonder if that's what's keeping the visor thing on. Well, they said you can connect this to any Type-C phone. Oh. The adjustment is probably just off. But currently all I could see was just 2 copies of my phone. They weren't like merging into one. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, so it does work. It just feels like the picture is extremely close to my eyes and it kind of hurts to focus on. And the speakers are, well, they're functional. It's very difficult to try and show you guys what's happening. You know, how the heck am I supposed to film this? Okay, well, how about the thing that I can film? How about smallest PC handheld cross-device linking? In the industry, we call this a SPUCL. Pocket Go. I don't know whose pocket this is intended to be fitting in. It's not exactly tiny. Oh my god. Okay, this is sick. Admittedly, it does kind of smell like Sharpie. I thought that this felt kind of light when I took it out, but I guess that's because it has this gigantic removable battery. High energy density battery. 50 watt hours. Is that a lot? Okay, well the Steam Deck battery is 40 watt hours, so this is 10 more of those. I like that it's removable. I really like that. Because in theory, then, you could get a second one, and then you could get a dedicated charger, and then you'd never have to stop gaming. Ever. You just get your Techno, do a little bit of a tactical reload here, slap that cover back on, you're ready to game. Once again. Alright, Techno. I'm listening. I'm excited. There is also a, admittedly, very fancy USB cable. I really hope this is, like, actually good. Because I've come across a lot of nice USB cables in my time that were only good for charging. This is not a USB 2 household. It has a very, Xbox 360 D-pad. Don't really say that in a nice way. The absolute height of this boy. Yeah, it's a bit floaty. The triggers are very chunky. I like the triggers. What the heck? These are absolutely humongous. Look at all the travel. This thing can go to another continent. Oh, well that was the power button. So did I turn it on? I don't hear the fan. Yeah, there's a fan. Remember, this is an entire PC. This is just built for the gamer that's like, you know, I really like holding a controller, but I really wish I was also holding a NUC. So many mysterious buttons. Hold on a second. Is that the Ubuntu button? Coincidence? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know about the naming Pocket Go. This is not pocketable. It is not. Could you put this in your pocket? No. Okay, well could you put this in your pocket? You know I don't leave the house without that thing on me. The Techno Prison Pocket Go. Alright, Techno. Let's see what you got. Oh, she's ready. Hear that? Raw gaming power. Well, it does appear to be computing. I guess we should probably plug in a display. One HDMI adapter later, and... What? No. They didn't. There's no way. No way, dude. Look at this. They didn't even bother to rename this one. No way. I have to try. There's no way, dude. No way. I need to know, please. They can't just be that brazen. There's no way. What do you mean? You can't do that. You can't. You cannot do that. Okay. Well, why am I reacting like this? Well, for one, these are straight up pirated games. These are not GOG games. These are cracked. And two, legal and ethical issues aside, running cracked games lets you play them without any kind of DRM. or anti-cheat for that matter. And without those running in the background, in some cases, games can run much better, which is great. Except not on a device that was sent out for the sole purpose of showing potential customers how this thing is expected to perform. Every review that evaluates the performance of the Pocket Go based on these included games has the potential to over-represent what this thing can actually do. And sure, running without DRM is probably only going to gain you like a couple FPS, if anything. But apart from having no DRM, I also have no way of knowing if Techno messed with these game installs by adding things like performance mods or custom configs to gain an unfair advantage. I'm not saying that's what's happening, I'm just saying it's possible, and it would not surprise me. And to properly find out, I'd have to test all of the included versions of each game side by side with the official versions, and that sounds annoying to do, and this video will be boring. And it's just not what you want out of a Bringus video anyway. You want to see this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's another crash, ladies and gentlemen. Press PP button now. This thing doesn't have genitals. Oh, dude, stop! What are you doing? I'm no reviewer. Reviewing is not what I do. I am going to show you some gameplay later to show you generally what this thing can do in SteamOS. But if you want a detailed, analytical look at this thing, well, normally I'd suggest someone for you to go watch, but I don't know who did and who didn't use these included games in their testing. So I guess if you want to see a proper review of this thing, then you can go watch ETA Prime's video. All the games he tested were not the included ones, except for one. He did test Forza Horizon 5. Everything else was other games. Anyway, on with the video, which remember, is not a review. All right, thank you, Techno. I'm sure your software is fine and very usable. I can download the no upgrade. Nice. I love downloading nothing. This has Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Oh, dude. You can take the device out of China, but you can't take the China out of the device. Okay. Battery's getting a bit low. Guess I'll use the Techno charger. Well, I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. But I would much rather use a charger from the sponsor of today's video, Ugreen. Ugreen is one of those companies that makes, well, as we say in the business, good shit. 10,000 milliamp hours good, to be precise. The new Ugreen Uno magnetic wireless power bank 15 watt clings onto the back of any wireless charging compatible iPhone like a little parasite. Except this parasite is like a selfless one that wants nothing but the best for you. I mean, look at that little face. It's just so wholesome. All it wants in life is to charge your iPhone 16 Pro from 0 to 100% 1.6 times over using Qi 2 certified charging technology. It also doubles as a stand, which makes it that much easier to try and find a video so you can just eat your damn food already before it gets cold. The Type-C charging port also doubles as an output, so that you can still charge other devices that don't have a wireless charger built in. Ugreen makes an entire range of charging accessories that are both fast and fun for new iPhones under their Uno branding. They've truly got a charger for any situation. Check out Ugreen's Black Friday deals by visiting the link in the description. Alright, well, I got the Dirty Cherry keyboard out a little prematurely because I do want to take it apart and see if we can see what makes the Techno tick. However, if it looks like that I'm not going to be able to take it apart without causing irreparable harm, I'm going to have to throw in the towel pretty quick because I really don't want to break it. Not interested in that. Okay, what are the odds we have screws? 4 of them right under the battery. So what does removing those 4 screws allow me to do? I'm spooked. It's not like there's an iFixit tutorial for this. I don't know how it comes apart. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I can't seem to figure it out, and I'm going to cause irreparable harm. That's just a guarantee. All right, screws are going back in. I've wasted enough of your time. I know what you're here for. Techno. Meet. Bazite. I've been told a lot of you enjoy this particular soundbite, so we'll indulge once more.
Bazite. 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 Bazite.
Oh my god. That dude puts Microsoft Sam to shame for creepiest text-to-speech. Bazite. Welcome to Bazite Deck 40. It's been a while, Bazite. Bazite is a Steam Deck-like operating system, good for Steam Deck-like devices. I think you could consider this thing a Steam Deck-like device. A screenless, touchpadless Steam Deck thing. I just don't really like Windows. Wait. Huh? Oh. Okay. I don't really like Windows, I say, as Linux shits itself. I think I tried to delete the partition that Bazite was on the flash drive. Oh. Yup. She gone. All right, one moment while I remake my Bazite installer. All right, what if we didn't immediately click through this? Okay, just the PCIe SSD, and that should be it. Done. Reclaim space. Last time I hit delete all, but that might not have been the right thing to do. Just under this SSD, delete, and that should do it. We're not touching the flash drive. I don't even know where the flash drive is. Reclaim. Okay. Begin installation. Shit, what are you so mad about? The flash drive is still there. Look, SDA. All right, we're gonna go on a slight detour. Goodbye, Bazite. Hello, Mini Tool. Turn on. I'm gonna just erase this entire SSD. Goodbye. Apply. See you later. We'll get out of here. Goodbye, Mini Tool. Welcome back, Bazite. One more time, little buddy. 476 gigabytes free. You cannot possibly be mad now. Begin. There we go. Benvindo. Goodbye, Mini. Goodbye. Apply. See you later. We'll get out of here. Hello, SDA. All right, we're gonna go on a slight detour. Goodbye, Bazite. Hello. Look,
Enemy soldier incoming.
Shit, what are you so mad? Okay. Begin installation.
Get geared up.
Shit, what are you so mad about? The flash drive is still there. Look, SDA. All right, we're gonna go on a slight detour. Goodbye, Bazite. Hello, Mini Tool. Turn on. I'm gonna just erase this entire SSD. Goodbye. Apply. See you later. We'll get out of here. Goodbye, Mini Tool. Welcome back, Bazite. One more time, little buddy. 476 gigabytes free. You cannot possibly be mad now. Begin. There we go. Benvindo. Huh. This is gonna be a problem. Okay, well, that's gonna be a later problem. Don't mind the fact that that could ruin this entire thing. We'll just keep going with mouse and keyboard. How about that? Well, we did it. We've got SteamOS. But does it really matter if the controller does not work? Because currently it just makes this a very strangely shaped mini PC. So depending on who you are, this is either going to be good news or very bad news. But we're going to have to mess around in Linux. It appears that Techno connected the controller over USB. There it is right there, Techno controller. However, I think they probably did not do it in a way like a normal controller. Because look at that. Gamepad tester does not see it. It appears to be USB HID. At least that's a standard of some kind. Bazite has this thing called input remapper built into it, and I believe we can use it to remap the controller to be an actual controller. Oh, Techno controller mouse? Sure. Okay, it's recording. Up. Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. Very good. What if it's this keyboard? No, it's not the keyboard. Does this program work at all? All right, cherry keyboard, record, F. That was D, but it works. So, what the heck? Okay, how about we try this other slightly more different tool? Handheld Daemon is a project that aims to provide utilities for managing handheld devices. I would love my handheld device managed right about now. Welcome to the Handheld Daemon Configurator. This is an app you can use to configure your device. With default settings, you need to enter a security token. This token can be found below. Okay, so I just copy this, and then we paste it in the terminal, I imagine. Oh, no such file or directory. That's one hell of a token. Connect. Could not connect. Is Handheld Daemon running? I don't know. Why are you asking me? You're the Handheld Daemon.
They're not.
Oh my god. Good afternoon. Local dumb complains about an unreleased gaming handheld not fully working on his obscure operating system. Early reports indicate that Discord user Ontheus from the Universal Blue Discord server was able to restore controller functionality using their Linux fuckery skills. Fixes are expected to be pushed upstream to Bazite so that prospective Techno Pocket Go buyers who wish to install this OS, which I'm sure is a demographic of people that surely exists, can rest easy, knowing that their stupid computer thing should just work. Ain't it a beautiful thing? No dirty cherry keyboard required. And Techno actually did something that makes me very happy. They put extra buttons on this thing. Because you got start and select, or whichever one those are nowadays. But then under that, you got this one, which does what the Steam Deck does when you hit its left button. And then you got this one, which also does the thing that the Steam Deck does with its right button. But also, we've got a center button. The Steam Deck does not have a center button. But when we hit it, we get this nifty little menu. This is like a special Bazite only thing. I already absolutely cranked the TDP, but this lets us do some wacky stuff like choose which controller we're emulating. This thing actually has a gyro in it, so I chose DualSense. Remember the Ubuntu button? You hit that. Oh, we have to be in a game for that. Hold on. Okay, now that we're in game, watch this. Hit the button. Bam, we get a keyboard. I think you can replicate that by just doing this. Yeah, okay. Well, it's one less thing you gotta hit. That's a win in my lazy book. Quality Ultra, 1080p, no VSync. Motion blur, long. Yeah, my motion blur is about that long too. This controller rumble is horrific. You guys gotta hear this. Okay, I put it on the table to amplify it. Just listen to this. It's like clicking. It feels like there's probably really big rumble motors in there and they're just having a hard time spinning up really quickly or something? I don't know. It's just these giant quick impacts. They're so loud. It's running all right though. It's doing the thing that this game kind of just does where every once in a while it has a terrible slowdown, but you know, the exact same issue happens on my Steam Deck and on my living room PC, so maybe this game just doesn't like Linux? I don't know. For the most part, it runs fine. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys what the CPU and GPU is on this thing. Remember what I said about how I'm not a reviewer? Yeah, this is what I mean. I am determined to not use a keyboard. Neo Fetch. Aren't you not supposed to use NeoFetch anymore? Didn't the developer abandon it to go run like a farm or something? I don't even know if that's true, but that's what I was told. It is a Ryzen 7 8840U with Radeon 780M graphics, parentheses 16, 11.46 gigabytes of RAM. I'm guessing that is 16 gigabytes, but some of it is shared with the GPU. They do actually have a 32 gig model of this thing, but that is not the one they sent over. GTA 5, 1080p. We're gonna be reasonable with the anti-aliasing this time and just do FXAA. Every time I go into either graphics, well, no, what's happening? If I go between these, I have to apply it every time. I'm not even changing anything. All right, we're cranking it. Very high, very high, very... Oh, ultra. AMD Chus. Who would have guessed? Modern top-of-the-line computer thing plays game good. I swear, I have more fun playing on the... I hate to plagiarize, but the nuggets, than I do on this high-powered stuff. Like, yes, it is objectively impressive. This is an iGPU with, like, a laptop CPU, essentially. But it's just... It's not screaming. It's not in agonizing pain. I feel like if I don't get my torture fix, I'm gonna have to move on to torturing something else. And torturing people is not legal. Alright, I don't want to be reasonable anymore. MSAA. 8X. Apply. It doesn't care. It is telling me to take my 8X MSAA right now and shove it up my Doom Eternal. 1080p, no VSync, no HDR. What, do I look like I can afford that? Ultra Nightmare Motion Blur. I feel like you guys are gonna love that one. Ray tracing, we're gonna leave that off. We'll come back to that later. Overall quality, Ultra Nightmare. And I think that should do it. Wow. Nearly 60 FPS on Ultra Nightmare on an integrated laptop GPU? 10 years ago, I would have called you insane. I would tell you it is simply not possible. Yet here we are. Alright, I'm on ray tracing. not doing great. I mean, actually it kind of is. Keeping the fact that this is an iGPU in my brain, you know what? 30, 40 FPS, ray tracing enabled, ultra nightmare. Honestly, this might be more of a testament to its optimization than anything else. This game was not made for controllers. This is just ridiculous. Hold on, I want to go all low. What is it going to report for frame rate at all low? Why is everything locked to 60? Disable frame limit. There we go. Well, now I feel like a bozo. Okay, so like 80, 90 FPS. This is all low, ray tracing off. I will be honest with you, I do not notice a change in quality. Modern games just look so good anyway. It's like, I'd rather play a game like this than use the whatever fancy scaling technology that they're doing nowadays. DLSS, FSR. What does FSR even stand for? Failure to simply render. Okay, so you've seen what it can do. But a device like this, it transcends simply performance. It transcends benchmarks. It transcends FPS. This thing has gaming potential like you've never even thought of. You can game on your TV wirelessly over Steam Link, and when the connection starts to crap out, you can dig out an HDMI cable and use that instead. You can play using a tablet as the screen over Steam Link, and when the connection starts to crap out this time, you can just go fuck yourself. I can't just... Nope, you can't do that. You can play it with a competitor's AR glasses because the included ones really aren't that great. You can play it on your smartwatch over Steam Link, and then when that's too small, you can put it under a microscope and play it that way. And when that starts to suck really bad, just plug it right into the microscope and play it that way.
Shout out to the iPad for letting me output video over Type-C to a dock and then into a capture card and then into the iPad. Gotta be one of my favorite ways to play Balatro.
But truly, the best way to game with the Pocket Go. One moment while I assemble it. What do you get when you combine Pocket Go with a display that's not going to fit into literally anybody's pocket? 10.1 inches of gaming. You can't even fit that much gaming. Look at that. Unfortunately, my right angle USB adapter did not come in time for this video, so that's there. But this thing, it's truly incredible. I have spent a couple hours playing it like this, and this is far and away the best way to play this thing. Don't mind the fact that the battery life is now like less than 2 hours. Look at this. Look how this is put together. It's only mildly a disaster. And look at that. We still got a free Type-C port. We're just using one Type-C port into the dock. The dock is powering the monitor. The dock is outputting HDMI. What else do you need? Nothing. In the center of mass on this thing, look at this. It's not even, like, it's fine. It does not feel too top heavy. I'm gonna link this monitor in the description. It's just a little portable monitor I got off of Amazon, but this thing is amazing. The colors on it are fantastic. The pixel density is fantastic. What is it? It's